So folks, there we go. As you notice, I'm in the car because we did the preview in the car, we're doing the review in the car because Wolves have won today, 3-0. We're going to keep this Talking Wolves superstition going as long as we can. But Wolverhampton Wanderers 3, Everton 0 today. And guys, that is a great way to kick off a lovely, a lovely summer's weekend. It is kicking it off for me because I'm off work Mondays, but you know. But yeah, tremendous win today, guys. Fantastic, very seemed routine. We didn't really need to see Wolves get out of first gear again today. But what a way to bounce back after two real disappointing performances, guys. Against Arsenal and against Sheffield United. For us to come today and bounce back in style. And it kickstarts Wolves' road to Europe again. 3 games to go in the Premier League. Wolves all of a sudden in a decent position again. And hopefully a couple of results can go our way in the next 7 days or so. But yeah, fantastic. My name's Dave, Talking Wolves. Be sure to hit the like button down below, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Wolves shaking it up. Nuno obviously new, and he's realised his errors from the last couple of games, and he shook up the team quite considerably in regards to the attack. We saw Patricio starting goal again, as we'd expect. Johnny, Doc, Cody, Sace, a volley across the back 5. Neves partner in Dendoncker, interestingly enough. And then the attack more or less saw a big change. Pedro, Neto, Raul Jimenez, and finally, Daniel Podence, his first Premier League start. He's been unleashed. We were wondering what was going on with him. A lot of people had the concerns about him after obviously not coming on Wednesday. We were all questioning Nuno about that. But he came on today, and my word, he was like a breath of fresh air for that lineup today. And I think that's what we needed. We needed to shake it up just to, you know, keep it interesting. We have 2 players there on the wing in Neto and Podence. 2 players there that want to prove a point and want to fight for a first team place. And to be honest, they both did really well today. And obviously Neto did come off with a slight knock towards the end. But if both of them are fit and fresh, ready for the next game, start them again. I'd start and change. They're really good, really attacking team. I think we were helped by, I'm going to be honest, Everton's quite a negative outlook on the game. Everton, I'm not sure what Ancelotti was thinking, really. Obviously trying to match Wolves up, formation for formation and system for system, but Ancelotti just doesn't have the players for it. He started Yeremina, Michael Keane, and I think it was Digne or Baines as a back 3. He doesn't have the players for it, does he, whatsoever? Walcott almost starting as a right wing back. But they sat so deep, and that worked for us. We attacked them. They were so open. It was obvious that it was a system that they'd never really used or weren't really used to before. So for Wolves, it suited us really well. And we looked threatening, really, from the word go. Daniel Podence down the left-hand side. That's where the majority of Wolves' attacks were coming down the left. But it wasn't just Podence. The way that the wingers and the attack in general, Jimenez still stayed fairly central, but Podence and Neto were rotating all over the place, and it just made it very difficult for Everton to defend against it. Podence had a good chance in the first half, got a little bit lucky, I think, took on a couple of players, and it fell for him quite nicely. Shot hard and low at the near post. Pickford did save that. But then we got the goal right on half-time. You guys know how many games Wolves have gone in at half-time, either 1 down or at 0-0. And that goal for us today is huge. It was fantastic. Podence again with the skill, with the pace, the trickery. It's weird because he's so small, it looks like he's just never going to get the power on those legs. He played a delicious ball in for Pedro Neto at one point as well. He couldn't quite get it under control. But yeah, his legs, he was so tricky. And Digne stuck a leg out, brings the Podence down after a couple of nice tricks. And I've said it before this year, if there's one man in the world that you want at the penalty spot to take a penalty, it's going to be Raul Jimenez. Is going to be up there. And again, he made no mistake, put it past Jordan Pickford, who I'm sure I'll talk about shortly. He had a bit of a strange game. And to go in at 1-0 up, we're looking positive, we're looking good. I was really happy with that. Second half, obviously unchanged again, and I mean, we couldn't have got off to a better start in the second half, and that's what we needed. We needed to put on the pressure. We didn't want Nuno to come out in this second half and just sit deep and defend a 1-goal lead, because Everton started the same way. They made a couple of changes themselves. They brought on the youngster Branthwaite at half-time. 30 seconds later, he committed a foul, and then 10 seconds after that, we whip a ball in. Great ball by Pedro Neto. Branthwaite loses his man, who's Leander Dendoncker, and you don't save those. What a header. Leander Dendoncker just glancing it across goal, making it impossible for Jordan Pickford to save. Wolves 2-0 up, and to be honest, Everton never threatened us. We looked so good today going forward. Defensively, we were sound. A clean sheet as well. I think if any Wolves fan predicted a 3-0 win, I would have told you they were crazy. But in the end, Diogo Jota getting the third goal of the game. In between all of that, Podence was so unlucky not to grab his own goal, shooting straight at Pickford, to be fair, but Pickford, I'm not too sure what was wrong with him today. A couple of clangers from him, and that was so close to going in. He let it go through his legs, and Podence unfortunate not to cap a great performance off with a goal. Jota then coming on, Wolves shaking it up a little bit. The way now that we were able to start the team today, and obviously Nuno, scratching his head for changes on Wednesday. Today he had the pleasure of Adama, Jota, Martinho, among others, on the bench that he could bring on. But great ball through to Jota for a chance when he'd just come on, and he just got the ball tangled in between his feet. I think that's an issue sometimes with our players going through on goal. When they just have a little bit too much time to think about it, we normally screw it up. We saw Pedro Neto do it a few weeks ago. We saw Pedro Neto do it as well at Espanyol in the Europa League. But yeah, Jota made up for it. There was a few people on Twitter, saying, Jota, what are you doing? And he really did silence a couple of those boys, didn't he? What a ball by Ruben Neves, and a fantastic strike by Jota. Reminded me a lot of the goal against Leicester, or one of the goals against Leicester last season when we beat them 4-3. Ball over the top by Neves. Jota able to chest it down and produces a beautiful finish into the back of the net to make it 3-0. Adama missing a sitter as well. Jota with some great work, just laid it on a play for Adama, and what have you done there, Adama? Hits the bar from close range, but we can't complain too much. It was a fantastic win, and despite winning, the way that we can still make improvements out of that performance is great, and it's going to lift the morale. It's going to lift the morale of the fans. Of course, we've all been disappointed with the last two results, but you just know, Manager of the Month, Nuno Espirito Santo, when he wants Wolves to perform, he will get them to perform. We needed a win today, and Nuno is going to get us a win when we need it most. Great way to bounce back for Wolves. Everyone today played their part. Very little for the defence to do, but they remained so solid. And the way that we could attack today, the way Everton set up, to be honest, worked in our favour massively. If I was an Everton fan, I would be very, very disappointed with how they set up today and how they performed in general. But we just didn't offer them anything whatsoever. They had a half chance in the first half, I think, but I can't remember another big opportunity they had, to be honest. And Wolves just all over him, and we could have had 4, 5, 6, 7 goals if we really wanted to. But the fact that we've still scored 3, very, very good performance today by Wolves. Hats off to Nuno and the team. And hopefully we can take that form now into the next few games. We had 2 attackers today on either wing who wanted to play and wanted to prove something, and I think they've done that, and they may both start in our next game. Be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I certainly will, and I'll see you all very, very soon.